Hello, cool dudes. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're doing more explaining stuff with Five Nights at Candy's remastered. So in today's video, I'm explaining the secret night of this game, which is Night Null, and with one animatronic, Shadow Candy. So I wanted to see, recently, a few weeks ago, I had a video posting explaining how I beat Five Nights at Candy's remastered without using the cameras. If you missed that video, go back and check it out. There's a link in the description for that video. And I didn't include Night Null in it because it would probably take a lot longer. Just to add, you can probably see on screen right now, this is my footage of Night Null. The strategy, I had a terrible strategy. I couldn't beat Night Null, by the way, because my strategy was terrible. But alright, but like, we're just gonna be explaining that. Okay, anyway. Okay, that intro's done. Okay, let's get on to the gameplay and explain how this night works. Alright, so, before we get into the video, talk about how Night Null works, how do you access it? Well, what you need to do is very simple. Go into the extras menu, go all the way to Rat, zoom in on his face, wait for around 5 seconds, then a code should pop up. Insert that code into the custom night, then just start the night. Now, when you enter the game, you have to open the camera, turn camera 1 on with the night vision, then Shadow Candy's there, then he jump scares you, like this. So, as you can quite clearly tell, the night is actually impossible to start without the camera. But the thing is, is the actual night itself beatable? We'll see. Alright, let's get into the video now. Let's get into the night. Alright, that intro card right there was the night for Shadow Candy, and we've got different AI values. So yeah, in Night Null there's only one animatronic, and it's Shadow Candy, and he's on the screen right now. He's this purple bastard. Okay, calm down. Don't insult him. Okay, as I meant to say, we've got Shadow Candy, this is his purple cat. It's basically Candy the cat, but like dark purple or something. But anyway, okay, fine. Let's just talk about the strategy now. Okay, when you first load up into the game, the night literally just looks like that. The footage that's on the screen right now is literally the footage I have of my live stream I did with this challenge. So anyway, it's called Night Null. However, in the game it doesn't actually say that, but it's confirmed on the wiki page that it is. Or something. Anyway, oh god, no, that's a bad strategy. Okay, as you saw on the like clearly, if you haven't watched my stream of this challenge, I tried to attempt Night Null with no cameras. I had an absolute horrible strategy. The furthest I ever got was like 3 AM. However, the strategy I used in this stream was absolutely awful, but I've created a brand new strategy for Night Null, but I might be explaining that a bit later. So anyway, Shadow Candy, he is extremely confusing, because he's got certain things he can do that no one else can. So basically, starting off with his AI values. At 12 AM and 1 AM, his AI is at 1. At 2 a.m. his AI goes to 2, and at 3 a.m. with 2, and at 4 and 5 a.m. his AI values are 5. At also about 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. he has a movement opportunity every 2 seconds. But at 2 a.m. it's 1.8 seconds, and 4 a.m. it's 1.6 seconds, I think. And apparently he has like a 1 in 5 chance to move. I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, this strategy was so bad. Yeah, that's what he does. Shadow Candy starts at a hidden camera called Camera 13, and what you need to do, he basically try and plays hide and seek with you. You've got to go through a bunch of the cameras. Sometimes he can appear on the cameras when the night vision is off, or he can appear when the vision is on. And there's no way to tell on which one he's actually going to appear on. He teleports to a bunch of different cameras for roughly around 10 seconds. Then on his next successful movement opportunity, he teleports to one of the doors. Maybe here's the best way to explain it. When Shadow Candy leaves camera 13, don't check camera 6, 5, or 4 after 10 seconds. Because Shadow Candy will never go to those cameras. Because if you find him on one of the cameras, you'll actually scare him off, then he'll go back to camera 13. But if he goes to camera 6, 4, or 5, that's obviously the door cameras, and you won't scare him off. If he appears on camera 6, close the left door. If he appears on camera 5, close the ticket with window. And if he appears on camera 4, well, close the right door. If you don't close the door quick enough, he appears in the doorway, jump scares you, and he takes off 6 total percent of your... What? No, he doesn't. He pushes, like, the time back 1 hour, and he takes a random amount of power. When he gets to the door, you will be losing power no matter what. If you block him with the door, he has a chance to knock on the door either 2, 3, or 4 times. If he knocks on the door twice, he will take off 4% of power. If he knocks 3 times, he's gonna take off 6%. And even better, 4 knocks equals 8. 2% every knock. He can never knock once. Maybe for the best strategy for this to work, you never want him attacking 4 times. No, or knocking 4 times. The strategy I had here was awful. I closed both the left door and the ticket with window literally every single time. Yeah, hang on. Resolving the jump scare a little bit right now. Yeah. Yeah, this night probably took a lot of tries. I only attempted this like 4 times. The furthest I ever got was 4 a.m. Only just, by the way. I kept dying at 3 a.m. The strategy I had, I was closing the left door and the ticket with window, and that was draining so much power. Also, at the start of the night, Shadow Candy will start at camera 13, and he stays at camera 13 for 10 full seconds until he gets a movement opportunity. So basically, the best strategy I might have, don't do anything at the first, 10 seconds of the night. Basically, just stay still for 20 seconds straight, then I promise you'll be safe. Every single time. If you're not safe, well, you should know why. It's bad RNG. Because that's bad RNG. I don't really think that would be possible anyway, because... So anyway... So basically, yeah, he waits at camera 13 for 10 seconds. Like that. He shows up in the doorway. If you don't... He shows up in the doorway, and if you don't close the door quick enough, he will he will jump scare you. Oh, by the way, if you oh, by the way, just to know, if you ever open the door while Shadow Candy's knocking on the door, this will happen. If you ever open the door while he's knocking on it, he will instantly jump scare you. Alright, I guess we've got all of that out of the way. There's a lot of other stuff I think he tends to do that I really don't want to talk about, so I'm not going to do that. So anyway, we're going to talk about the actual night. And the actual strategy I had. Okay, the best way to talk about the strategy is that... Okay, when I started the night, I waited for around like 5 seconds, literally. Then shut the doors because I didn't... Because the time I was like recording this or I was live streaming this was about over a month ago. I had absolutely no idea that it actually takes this long to actually attack. So basically what the strategy I used, I kept closing the left and together with window doors. I don't know why, it was a horrible strategy. It was wasting tons of power. So I can just move over to the right door and just pray he didn't attack. Something weird I noticed with my attempts. At some random points, at some point I tended to close the doors at random. Then I noticed he seems to always attack at the left door more. He attacks more at the left door. Oh yeah, something else I didn't mention. When Shadow Candy gets to the door, just like the other future art time, he waits another 10 seconds. He waits like another 10 seconds. I think he does anyway. He waits about another 10 seconds. He's got patience when he's at the door, so like, when he gets to the door, he waits about 10 seconds before trying to jump scare you if you do absolutely nothing. If you look at him on the camera, and you look at the door, he will instantly appear, and you'll have 1 second you'll have like 1 second to show up to him. Alright, well, before I tell you about my new strategy, do you remember earlier when I said, my best like record was literally 4 AM with this strategy? Well, and, well, it wasn't easy. When I got to 4 AM, got to the end of the run, then I straight up literally said this. 4 AM! 4 AM! 4 AM! 4 AM! That's a win. I'm counting that as a win. I'm counting that as a win. I don't think I can get to 5 AM. Come on here, Raper. There he is. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think Shadow Candy, I don't think he's beatable. I don't think he's beatable. Alright, so with the footage you just saw right there, I literally said that I think Shadow Candy might be unbeatable. Well, I honestly thought I would come back and do a completely different strategy. So this is the strategy I had in mind. It's literally this. If this strategy does work, the footage you're watching right now is the footage I've got on my second channel, which is called Coal Guide Challenge, which you should go check that out. There's a link in the description for that channel down below. What I did for this strategy is, it's simple. I start a timer. So the strat I'm using here, it's like a timer strat. If you hate timer strats, I'm sorry, alright? Unfortunately, it's the easiest strat I pretty much have. But you don't have to worry anyway, because there could just be another strategy you could do. So the strategy I did, I started the timer, waited until the timer was roughly at 12 seconds. And what I did there, went out to the left door, shut the left door, shut the door for a second. When Shadow Candy, if Shadow Candy is at one of the doors, you need to close the door for 1 full second. Otherwise that will happen, yeah. Okay. What you need to do, you need to close the door for 1 full second in order for him to knock on it. As I said earlier, if you ever open the door while he's knocking on it, he will instantly jump scare you. So if you close the door for a second, and there's no knocking, open it up, and check the other two doors. Or check the other door and the window. There could be... I guess remember earlier when I showed you the footage, sometimes if Shadow Candy keeps failing movement opportunities, he could appear at the door when you have it closed, so when you open it, he will just instantly jump scare you. But the chances of that happening, if you always follow the timer strat, so roughly around 12 to 13 seconds, it most likely won't happen. It would only happen if you set the timer for like 12 seconds. You could even take the timer to 15 seconds and you'd be totally safe. But to make it slightly easier, if you let the timer all the way to like 15 seconds, I would highly recommend you shut the left door first before you stop the timer, then stop it. So basically, when you stop the timer, move over to the left door, close it, no knocking, open it up, go to the window, no knocking, open it up, then Shadow Candy's most likely at the right door. So yeah, that's the best strategy I have. And unfortunately, I couldn't beat it here, but I have a feeling the strat I have is possible. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys right now, I did try this strategy out the other day. One time, I got jump scared by Shadow Candy at roughly around 1 or 2 a.m. Got pushed back to either 12 or 1 a.m. When I got pushed back an hour, I actually made it to 5 a.m. Not even kidding, I actually made it to 5 a.m. We're getting pushed back an hour. So, the strat, I think it's definitely possible. But I guess to make it easier, if you do get jump scared, it will most likely, the night will be impossible. So, if you get jump scared by Shadow Candy once, the night is over. If he jump scares you, restart the night. It's just not possible. I trust you. The furthest you'll make it is most likely 4 a.m. If you get good enough RNG with him knocking 2 times, most of the time, and you could also need the probability of him never knocking 4 times, you should be safe until 5 a.m. at max. If you get jump scared, there's no way you're making it. I'm sorry. With all that being said, that is the end of the video. So thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Or if you don't want to, that's completely fine. And if you guys, honestly, if you guys really want to see me beat Night Null with no cameras, honestly, I reckon it is possible, to be honest. I think my strat is most likely possible, but it does require insane luck. What the best thing is, 3 things to know here. Start a timer, stop it at roughly around 12 to 13 seconds, move over to the left door, and just close it when if there's no knocking, just open it up, and go to the other doors. Make sure you need the probability of him never knocking 4 times. The nice thing is, it's quite rare for him to do that. He mainly does 2 or 3. And remember the third instruction. This isn't clear. If you get jump scared by him once, restart the night. It will be impossible. Because in order to skip the time back an hour, forward an hour again after he jump scared you, it requires finding the origami cat. That's how you say it, right? Yeah, on the cameras, but nah, it'll be impossible otherwise. So yeah, if I honestly got anything wrong with like the information, which I most likely did, I guess you could correct me if you want. If this video does get support, as I'm thinking, it most likely won't. But honestly, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all your support. And I will see all you coolies next time. Bye.